The Harkuron Hurricane has descended on the Narwood. Gryselle the Slaughterer leads her band of gladiators on a mission of sanctified murder to hone their skills. The Arenai are skilled warriors, each a veteran of countless duels to the death, but they are also peerless performers, their acrobatic leaps and dazzling flourishes making every act of carnage a prayer to their bloody god. Gryselle's coterie of killers each has her own speciality. Rataria vaults across the battlefield while Calexis launches lightning-fast attacks with her bladed armour. Thralia's speciality is a barbed witch which she uses to toy with her victims as Traxia punishes each misstep made by her opponent with her blade and buckler. The Headsman's curse has come. Nothing shall stay the bite of the dread blade Terminus, for it was fashioned long ago by Nagash himself, and has a vile sentience of its own. Damned souls surround it, banned to serve as judge, jury, and executioner. Their former identities are subsumed into the greatsword's necromantic magic. Always there is one to wield the blade, one to sharpen its edge, one to bear the headsman's block, and a scriptor to sentence the condemned. No matter the crime against the supreme necromancer, the sentence is always the same: death. In today's video, we're going to have the Gryselle's Arenai taking on the brand new Headsman's Curse. The Gryselle's Arenai will be using their own Rivals deck. We've got the card list up here, and this deck is going to be played by Mia. And then we have the brand new Headsman's Curse. They will be using their own Rivals deck as well. Once again, we've got the card list up here for you, and we've also got the cool plot that the Headsman's Curse have. Now, this warband is going to be played by me, myself, Luke. Now, the plot is really interesting. When using the Headsman's Curse, you show this to your opponent in the Reveal Warband step and use the rules in your game. Awaiting execution allows if a fighter with a condemned counter would be given a condemned counter, that additional counter is removed, so you can only ever have one condemned counter on a enemy fighter at once. Justice is served means when an enemy fighter with condemned counter is taken out of action, the player of the Headsman's Curse will actually gain that condemned counter. And well executed, it will mean after a friendly fighter's attack action takes an adjacent target out of action, you gain one condemned counter for each of the following. That attack action was either supported or that target was a large fighter. If both are correct, you will get 2. So pretty cool little additional rules for the warband. Condemned counters are something you can put on with your scriptor in the warband and give you a little bit of extra sort of power to the warband. Alright, and so we are all deployed for the Headsman's Curse. We have the wielder of the blade, the sharpener of the blade there. We then have the scriptor of the sentence and the bearer of the block. For Gryselle's Arenai, we have Gryselle in the center of the table there. We then have the Aegis, we've got the Silver Blur, the Lash, and Rataria the Entangler on that side as well. Alright, so we're going to go for priority for turn 1. This is for the Headsman's Curse. We got double crit, so 4 dice for Gryselle's Arenai. Nope, so it will be the Headsman's Curse to go first, actually. Alright, so first activation for the Headsman's Curse. I'm just going to do a basic move. We're going to move the scriptor, just 1, and that is going to be my activation. Alright, so we're going to, for the first activation for Gryselle's Arenai, Thalia the Lash is going to make a charge coming into the scriptor. And so she comes in, she gets her charge token like so. So Thalia the Lash, first of all, she's going to use her barbed whip now. She has 3 dice, she's looking for cross swords. She got a crit there. The scriptor is dodging, but I am just going to have to try and roll the crit, which I do, so I stop you. So she's now going to go with the follow-up with her bladed buckler. So 1 dice, she needs hammers on this one. She's got a crit again, which is good. Now I get defense. Can I get a crit again? I do not. So that will go through and hit. So that will be 1 point of damage on the scriptor, and it will inspire her as well because she's used her follow-up. Alrighty, so my second, I'm actually going to go for an attack action with the scriptor of the sentence now. We're going to target the Lash here. So I have 2 attacks. We are looking for hammers. I got a crit, so you will need a defense dice. So 2 defense dice for Thalia the Lash. You don't block it because I got the crit, so you will take the damage, which will be just 1 point of damage on Thalia the Lash, but you'll also gain a condemned token as well. Alright, so next action for Gryselle's Arenai, you're doing a charge with Calexis the Silver Blur, so moving her up into the Scriptor as well. So she has 2 attacks, so she's getting support there from her buddy, so go for it. Most of the attacks should go through. That is double hammer. Unfortunately, she needs swords, so she didn't get anything. So then we'll go with the Scriptor of the Sentence again, and he's going to attack your new one. Let's come into the fight. So we are going to need hammers with mine. Won't succeed, but I did do an attack directed against you, so you get a condemned token. Alright, so going to move the Aegis with a charge into the Scriptor to begin with. And then she's going to attack the Scriptor as well. Stop naming all her friends and putting them on the list. Alright, so she's looking for hammers on her attack. She didn't get any crits, unfortunately, but she got all hammers, which is cool. So defense on the Scriptor of the Blade. Unless I get a crit, I don't. Nope, that's just a. That actually supports and actually gets rid of 1, but I will take the damage, which is just 1, so the Scriptor will take another wound. We're going to go with the Wielder of the Blade next, who's going to attack the Aegis. We have 2 attacks. We are going to need hammers to get through. We do not. They're both double supports, so they will not get anything through there. That is a fail. And so, last activation for the Gryselle's Arenai. You're going to do a charge with Retire the Entangler. Moving 3, you've got that 2-inch range, so you're going to attack the Scriptor of the Sentence with 2 dice, needing your hammers. You got double success, so Scriptor, unless I get the crit, I succeed and get the crit and stop you getting through. So that is end of turn 1. There will be no points scored for anyone, no objectives completed. We've not used any of our abilities, so many of our objectives are so close to being succeeded. So we'll go and mulligan if we want to and go into round 2. Today's video is brought to you by Gap Games, a fantastic retailer in Australia for a variety of different miniature war games. If you'd like to help support the channel, we have an affiliate link where by clicking on and purchasing, you'll help support the channel, but you'll also help support Gap Games, which is a fantastic servant to the community. Alrighty, so it is priority for the second round, and so got a double support, that's it. So 4 dice on your end to see what Gryselle's Arenai get for priority. You get a single crit or support, you got the crit, so you're going to get the first round. So we're going to begin with Retire the Entangler. Will now attack the Scriptor. Going for an attack, she gets it, and she gets the support because she's got multiple people, so that's actually 2 successes. So the only way I beat it is the crit again. I got support, which I do have, but that doesn't stop the attack going through. So you will do the point of damage and kill the Scriptor of the Word. Alright, so with that successful attack there, Retire the Entangler will inspire because you would have staggered before the model was removed. You're then going to spend your victory token, your glory point, straight away, and this will be putting Mistress of the Bladestorm on Gryselle. So your Warband's persisting Flourish Gambits are not discarded at the end of the phase. At the start of the round, add up to 2 Flourish Gambits from your power discard pile to your hand. You haven't played any yet, but this does mean you can start using them freely and not having them removed so long as Gryselle remains alive. I'm then going to play Helping Hands. This will allow the first attack action made by a friendly fighter in the next activation to be considered to be supported by 1 additional friendly fighter. And then Gryselle's Arenai will also play Spinning Flourish. You'll no longer have combo on any range 1 attacks, but your range 1 attacks will now have Scything, and this will be staying in game so long as Gryselle's on the table now, but most importantly, it's going to get a Flourish on the table. Alright, so we're going to make an attack with the Wielder of the Blade. We have 2 dice for our attacks. Now, we are going to count as getting an extra support in here, so we're going to get single supports counting, thanks to our Helping Hands. So that'll be a crit. So your Aegis will now get 1 defense dice on her. Shield will not beat my crit, so she will take 3 points of damage, which will kill her. And so he has killed one. So we have a core ability called Blade Bound on the wielder of the blade. After this attack action, takes the target out of action, place a friendly fighter that is out of action in the hex adjacent to this fighter, and then give them a raise counter and 1 wound counter. So Thrali the Lash will move. She's going to do a charge. She's actually going to move up to here, and then she's going to attack the sharpener of the blade. Alright, so 3 attacks now, aiming for swords. That is a crit. 2 defense dice for the sharpener of the blade, though I do need a crit, which I get, so stop you doing the damage, thankfully. Alright, so next action is simple for the Headsman Curse. The sharpener of the blade is just going to use his special action called Wet the Blade, where he can use on himself or another wielder of the blade, and give them +1 damage to the next successful attack action. So Silver Blur is going to do a charge, moving at the back, because you've now got scything on all your range 1 attacks. She's actually going to get to attack both fighters. So we're going to go into her attack from scything into the scripter of the sentence first. So 2 dice to attack, need swords. You got a support, which does not do anything, but you still have your attack into the wetter of the blade as well. So same again, 2 hat does nothing again. Dice, not your friend in this one. So the sharpener of the blade then from my last action is actually just going to attack Silvered Blur. So we have 2 attacks and we have support in there as well. Hammers will not do it. That'll do absolutely nothing for me. So that is that. I will spend my point for an upgrade though to be guided blows, and I'm going to put this on the wielder of the blade, allowing him to reroll 1 dice when he attacks. And so, end of that turn, you discarded all of your Gambit's ploys and upgrades, and then I discarded none, so I've just collected some more. So we'll go priority for the next turn. So this is for the, I got 1 crit, this is for the blades, whatever they're called, I forget the name. So I got the crit, so the ghosts are going to go first. Today's video is brought to you by Baron of Dice, a premium wargaming dice that make your table come alive. Now, if you're looking for some great dice to suit an army you play on the tabletop in a variety of different games, go to Baron of Dice and check out their website. You can also use our discount code down in the video's description, which will help support the channel, but also nab you a cheap little discount. The dice you see pictured here are the official dice for Parabellum's Last Argument of King's Conquest by them as well, which you can find on the Parabellum e-store as well. So first action for me, I'm going to go with Wielder of the Blade, who's going to make a charge. We're then going to go over to here. And we're going to attack your Silvered Blow. So attacking the Silvered Blow with Wielder of the Blade, we can reroll 1 of these attack dice as well. Hammers will do it with a double hammer. You know what, we'll leave it there. So the Silvered Blur then will get her defense dice. So these will need defense dice. You got double dodge, so which means you actually succeed, because they don't knock me off. Damn it. So I actually succeed. So you're going to play with Gryselle's Arenai, Executioner's Flourish, which is another flourish that will remain in play thanks to Gryselle just sitting at the backfield watching all her girls do the fighting and dancing. So you've now got Grievous 1 on any crit attack actions for your friendly fighters. So Silvered Blow is going to attack the scripter of the sentence. So 3 dice. You need swords. You got a crit in there, which means this will be Grievous now. I do need to effectively get a crit back. I do not. So that will be, what's that base damage? 2, 3. And we'll take him out again. And so, both of these will be scored immediately as well. Lethal Spectacle scores immediately after a friendly fighter's attack action if the attack action took the enemy fighter out of action and a flourish was persisting, which it is. Then Grandstand, 2 flourishes must be persisting and the attack action succeeded. So yeah, you're going to score a total of 3 points for killing the scripter there. So my next action will just have to be on the Sharpener of the Blade, and he'll just wet his blade. So that will be that. Thralia the Lash will now attack the Wearer of the Blade. 3. She needs swords, so she'll actually not succeed on that. She'll fail. So the Sharpener of the Blade will then attack back at your Silvered Blur. That'll be a crit and a success, so you'll have 2 defense dice on her. So 2 defense. You need a crit and a success. Got a crit and a dodge. You actually stop it. So yeah, that stops nothing. You know what? The final performance, Gryselle is going to move up into the Sharpener of the Blade, and she's going to attack. So Gryselle, 3 dice. Will hammers do it for her? Oh, she's got a crossword, so she's going to succeed either way. Gryselle got 2 successes because she does have the support, so we are going to have defense, which is 2 on Sharpener of the Blade. Got nothing, which means Gryselle will just take out the Sharpener of the Blade, gaining you another point. Last action, I'm just going to go with a charge here. So we're going to charge into here with this. So Sharpener of the Blade, we've got 2 attacks. That will not even hit though. Oh, it'll hit with 1 because of support. That's it. So defense on Silver Blur is 2. She gets a single dodge, which she doesn't, and she's got no support, so you actually will take the 2 damage, which will remove you from play. Kill the Silver Blur. Actually, incorrect. Gryselle is supporting you there. I couldn't get into your fight without you getting support, so I fail, and that means I can't score anything else. So we don't even need to go into the last round, or your last activation, because it is 5-1 in favour of Gryselle's Arenai. Quite a convincing win with that one big manoeuvre there on the kill of the scripter. And so that's the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel down below. And also, don't forget to drop a comment down below letting us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our great little community here at Sinful Gaming, we have a Discord server that's linked down in the video's description. Also linked down in the video's description are the best ways to help support the channel. Either by grabbing yourself some channel merch, either through our Ko-fi or Teespring stores, or by supporting us directly via Patreon and YouTube members. As a special thank you to everyone who does support the channel via Patreon and YouTube members, we'd like to give you all a shout out. So thank you to our Patreons, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lau, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Cure Dynamic, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Benjamin Swallows, Red Martin, Iron Grinch, Colorblind Magic, Grimscold, and Andy C. And to our YouTube members, Green Roots Gaming, Ronya, Lock Lorick, The Johnny 84, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Revan R, Pink Noco Fire, Robin Mankiller, Monty's Tabletop Terrain, James Tillman, Disco, and John Castle. And a special thanks to Lady Witchfox R and all the amazing people who do the moderation of our Discord server and groups who make everything we do possible. Thank you all so much once again for watching, for supporting the channel. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the grey. Ciao for now.